Have you ever picked up a snack, saw sugar-free on the label, and thought, perfect, this is the healthy choice? I know I have. It feels like a free pass, a way to indulge without the guilt. But what if I told you that the sugar-free label might be one of the biggest myths in the modern food industry? It sounds like it should be better for you, but the reality is a lot more complicated. Today, we're going to dive deep into what sugar-free really means and why it doesn't automatically equal healthy. Stick around, because what you learn might just change the way you shop for groceries forever. Let's start with what happens when sugar is taken out of a product. To keep that sweet taste we all love, companies usually turn to artificial sweeteners. You've probably seen their names on ingredient lists: aspartame, sucralose, saccharin. These are man-made chemical compounds designed to be intensely sweet, often hundreds of times sweeter than regular sugar, but without the calories. So when you grab that diet soda or sugar-free yogurt, you're not consuming sugar, but you are consuming these substitutes. This is the first major point to understand. Sugar-free doesn't mean sweetener-free. It just means the traditional sugar has been swapped out for something else, something created in a lab. And that something else is where things start to get a little murky. Now, the main selling point of these artificial sweeteners is that they are low-calorie or even zero-calorie. This sounds fantastic, right? You get all the sweetness with none of the caloric consequences. And for people managing conditions like diabetes, they can seem like a godsend because they do spike your blood sugar levels in the same way regular sugar does. But here's the catch. Our bodies are incredibly complex systems. When we taste something sweet, our body expects calories and energy to follow. When that doesn't happen, it can send some confusing signals. More and more research is looking into the long-term effects of these sweeteners, and one area of major concern is our gut microbiome. That's the community of trillions of bacteria living in our digestive system, and it plays a huge role in everything from our digestion to our mood and immune system. Emerging studies are showing that artificial sweeteners can actually change the balance of our gut bacteria. Some research suggests that sweeteners like sucralose and saccharin can decrease the number of good bacteria in our gut. Why does this matter? A healthy, diverse gut microbiome is crucial for our overall health. An imbalance, sometimes called dysbiosis, has been linked to a whole host of problems, including digestive issues, inflammation, and even a weakened immune system. So, while you might be saving on calories, you could be inadvertently disrupting this delicate internal ecosystem. It is a classic example of a trade-off that isn't always obvious from the front of the package. We so focused on the one thing we avoiding sugar that we don't consider what we adding in its place. The plot thickens when we look at how our bodies handle these sweeteners metabolically. Some studies have started to draw a link between long-term consumption of certain artificial sweeteners and an increased risk of insulin resistance. Now, that might sound counterintuitive. Insulin resistance is when your cells don't respond well to insulin, making it harder to get glucose out of your blood. It's a precursor to type 2 diabetes, the very thing many people use sugar-free products to avoid. While the science is still evolving, and not all studies agree, the theory is that the intense sweetness, without the accompanying calories, might mess with our body's learned responses to sweetness, potentially impacting how we process real sugar later on. On top of that, other studies have shown that for some people, these sweeteners can actually increase cravings for sweet foods. It's like they trick your brain into wanting more and more sweetness, which can lead to overeating other sugary or high-calorie foods down the line. It's a potential cycle that completely undermines the healthy intention. Let's clarify a common misconception. Sugar-free does not mean natural. It simply means that no sucrose or table sugar has been added to the product. But the sweetness has to come from somewhere. It's a clever bit of marketing language. The label is designed to give you a sense of reassurance, making you feel good about your choice without giving you the full picture. So while a product can legally be labeled sugar-free, it could be loaded with artificial ingredients that your body doesn't quite know how to process. It is a perfect example of focusing on a single nutrient or lack thereof instead of looking at the food as a whole. And what about natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit? Well, even these aren't as natural as they sound. Even sweeteners that are marketed as natural, like stevia, go through a significant amount of processing. Stevia doesn't just fall from a plant into your coffee. The sweet compounds, called stevioglycosides, have to be extracted, purified, and processed from the stevia leaf. The green stevia leaf itself is natural, but the white powder you buy in the store is a highly refined extract. And like their artificial counterparts, these natural sweeteners aren't without potential side effects. Some people report digestive issues like bloating or gas after consuming them. While they are generally considered safe by regulatory bodies, the key takeaway is that natural doesn't mean unprocessed. It's still an isolated, concentrated compound designed to replace sugar. It's not the same as eating a whole natural food. Beyond the sweeteners themselves, we need to look at the entire product. Think about many sugar-free cookies, cakes, or snack bars. To make these products taste good and have the right texture without sugar, manufacturers often have to add a lot of other things. These are frequently ultra-processed foods. They might be packed with refined flours, unhealthy fats, chemical additives, preservatives, and fillers to compensate for the lack of sugar. Sugar does more than just add sweetness. It provides bulk, texture, and moisture in baking. When you take it out, you have to replace those properties with something else. And those replacements are often not things you'd find in a healthy kitchen. So, you might be avoiding sugar, but you're consuming a cocktail of industrial ingredients instead. This is why reading the full ingredient list is so much more important than just looking at the sugar-free claim on the front. Ultimately, the sugar-free label is a marketing tool. It's designed to reassure you, to make you feel like you're making a healthy choice with just a quick glance. The food industry knows that sugar has become a villain in the public eye, so they use sugar-free as a halo word. It casts a glow of healthiness over the entire product, encouraging you to buy it without looking too closely. But the label is not designed to truly inform you. It doesn't tell you about the artificial sweeteners inside, the level of processing the food has undergone, or the other potentially unhealthy ingredients that have been added. It's a shortcut that often leads us down the wrong path. True health isn't about finding shortcuts. It's about understanding what we're actually putting into our bodies. So, what's the alternative? Instead of reaching for a highly processed, sugar-free snack, consider opting for whole foods that contain natural sugars. Think of an apple, a banana, or a bowl of berries. Yes, these foods contain sugar fructose specifically, but it comes packaged with fiber, water, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. The fiber slows down the absorption of the sugar, preventing the dramatic blood sugar spikes you get from refined sugar. Your body knows exactly what to do with an apple. It's a complete package of nutrients. A sugar-free cookie, on the other hand, is a collection of isolated and refined ingredients that offers very little nutritional value. So a piece of fruit might actually be a much healthier choice than a factory-made sugar-free snack. It's about shifting our focus from what's been taken out to what's actually there. In the end, it's not just about sugar. It's about what replaces it. And it's about the overall quality of the food you're eating. A diet centered on whole, unprocessed foods will always be superior to a diet that relies on processed replacements and industrial formulas. So the next time you see that sugar-free label, I want you to pause, turn the package over, read the ingredients. Ask yourself, is this a real food, or is it a science experiment designed to taste like food? The answer might surprise you. Making truly healthy choices means looking beyond the hype and understanding the full story. So, to wrap it all up, sugar-free definitely does not automatically mean healthy. It's a marketing term that often hides a cocktail of artificial sweeteners, processed ingredients, and chemical additives. Instead of falling for the label, let's focus on eating more real, whole foods. That's the real secret to a healthy diet. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this cleared up some confusion around the sugar-free myth. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Now I want to hear from you. What other food myths or confusing labels do you want us to expose next? Drop your ideas in the comments below. See you in the next video.